Chairman, you have a quorum.
Thank you. The next thing would be the approval of the minutes from March 4th, 2020. Do I have a motion to accept those?
I move we accept the minutes from the meeting on March 4th, 2020.
And is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
And those opposed by the same sign. Thank you. That passes. The next thing I'm looking on on my agenda is the approval of the agenda for this evening. Do I have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Bruce.
Thank you. All in favor say aye.
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 And opposed by the same sign. That passes also. The next item that we have is new business. And if I could ask the secretary to read that. Before we do that, though, I would like to say that the function of this board is to provide zoning flexibility. The action of the board can be an interpretation which involves an interpretation of the zoning code text or a zoning district boundary. We may also issue a variance, which is an appeal to vary from the strict application of the zoning code. The meeting is being videotaped, and it is important that only one person speak at a time and the audience observe respect for the speaker. When the appeal in which you are interested is called, please allow the board a moment to review the material, after which you may give your name and address to the secretary. After the appellant's presentation, anyone interested in the appeal may come forward, in this case, speak with us on the computer or on the virtual meeting here. Give your name and address to the secretary. Please make your comments brief and to the point, and all questions should be directed to the board and not to the appellant. The board will then discuss the appeal, vote, and continue on to the next one. We need 2/3 of the board, which in this case is 4 votes, necessary to decide in favor of an appeal. The action is final and the only relief is through the court. Please be advised that use and dimensional variances expire in 6 months from the date of this meeting. Does anybody have any questions about what I just read? No? Then the secretary would please call the first appeal.
So our first and only project today is case number J200012. Is a public hearing. They are looking for a variance to allow the construction of an accessory building at the existing city rescue mission of Saginaw. The property is owned by the city rescue mission. It currently has a split. They own 6 or 7 properties right on this corner, and right now where this building is going to be built is technically R2, but it is part of the same property that is currently zoned B2 at this time. So the variance would be to allow that accessory building to be built on the back side of that property and have the setbacks similar to a B2 accessory building would have.
Okay, thank you. The public hearing will now begin. Is there anyone that would like to comment on this case?
Yes, this is Gail Stoll. I'm with Comfort Construction, and I am representing the City of Saginaw Rescue Mission for this project. We're currently asking for a variance. First of all, the properties in question that are zoned R2, we have submitted paperwork to adjoin those properties as one within the original main building for the rescue mission, which is zone B2. What we're proposing to construct on these R2 sites would be a 5,000 square foot pre-engineered building that would be used mainly for storage, and it would allow for individuals to drop off their donations, they would at that point be sorted and stored. And then we would also have an area where we would allow individuals to come in and interact with the rescue mission employees in order to find the items that they need. It could be someone moving into a new house that needs furniture. They're going to accept donations such as household utensils, clothing, furniture. I mean, all of that. So, I mean, I think it's a great thing for the city, and it allow the rescue mission to kind of expand what they're trying to do for the city of Saginaw right now.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak to this issue? And I will ask just one more time then, is there anyone else that would like to speak to this issue before the board takes it under consideration? Okay, then I would like to have a motion, please, to close the public forum, if I could.
So moved, Zenobia Dallas.
Thank you. And a second, please.
Second from Bill.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
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 And opposed by the same sign. That motion passes then, so this is the end of the public forum, and the board can now discuss if we would like to. Does anybody have any questions that they need to bring up? I guess I would ask Cassie if there were any comments from any of the neighbors about this proposal by the rescue mission.
I have not received any phone calls asking questions or with anybody who had concerns about the project.
Okay. That's a good thing. Does anybody else have any comments or questions? The board?
Cassie, I do.
Okay.
Can you explain a little bit about the setback that they're looking to do? What's the difference?
So generally in an R2 zoning, it's 20 feet from the primary street,
Okay.
which would be Park Street, I believe is this street right here.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. And since this is an accessory building in their backyard, if this variance is granted, that would be the side street. So it would then get only 10 feet from the street. So that's kind of the difference.
And they want to do 20?
They want to do 10 feet from the side street.
10 feet instead of 20.
Yeah. Instead of the general 20, that would be in R2. We have had conversations about softening it up and doing some landscaping and for having a screen because it is next to R2. Right now, the rescue mission has a really nice vinyl privacy fence around their parking lot. And they had mentioned that they're having conversations about continuing to put that fence up by the parking lot and things.
Yeah. Well, they are 2 blocks. 2 blocks from where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
So, yep, I'm familiar. Okay, but thanks for that clarification because I was unclear. I'm awesome.
No problem.
Do any of the other board members have any comments or questions about this before we call a vote?
No.
Are we good?
No question here.
Okay, then we'll call a vote. I would ask for a motion then to approve the request to allow the construction of an accessory building at the existing city rescue mission within the site that lies between the 2 zoning districts that we are talked about that will be located at 1021 Burt.
So moved, Zenobia Dallas.
Support.
Thank you.
Jack Nash, support.
Thank you. All of us in favor of this, would you please say aye?
Aye.
Aye.
And those opposed by the same sign. That motion passes then, and the request for the variance is granted. Thank you to all of you that spoke on behalf of that. We'll move on to the next order of business, which is elections. So I would ask for nominations. There are 3 positions that are open: the chair position, the vice chair, and the secretary. So and you don't all have to speak at the same time here. If you would very much like to be nominated, or if you are interested in one of those positions.
I'm interested in being the secretary.
Naturally. Okay.
Nancy, I'll just for the group, I can't hold any office or the chair being on council.
I remember you telling me that, so
Yeah.
thank you for reminding me. So.
And actually, because Fenobia and Bill are alternate members, neither of them can hold positions.
That's true.
Okay.
So right now we only have Nancy, Bruce, and Jack. If we do want to postpone, we can. The only other 2 people on the board that would have positions would then be Dennis or Christina Jones. So if you 3 want to take over the positions, you can. If you want to postpone it, we could do that.
This is Bruce. I don't want a position.
I would suggest we postpone.
I agree.
Okay.
Do we need a motion on that also then, I would assume?
I make a
Yes.
motion that we postpone the election of officers to the next regular meeting.
And is there a
Agreed.
second?
Seconded.
Thank you. All in favor of postponing the elections until we meet again, say aye.
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 And opposed by the same sign. Thank you. That will pass then, and we'll wait until we meet again until we can have elections then. So I guess I'm not handing that over to anybody this evening. So thank you. Next up on my agenda is old business. Is there anyone that has any old business to discuss? Nothing? So do I have a motion then to accept, or can we just go on without it if there isn't anything? Okay. Public comment would be the next thing on the agenda. Anybody with a public comment? Okay, then we're down to the last one on my agenda, which would be to adjourn this meeting this evening. If I could have a motion for adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you very much. All in favor for adjournment, say aye.
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 And opposed by the same sign. Okay, that passes. This takes care of the meeting for this evening then. Hopefully the next time we'll be able to be face to face. I hope so.
Hopefully. Have a good night, everybody.
Right.